Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome to part 2 of this Final Fantasy II Pixel Remaster Platinum Trophy walkthrough. We're going to pick up right where we left off last time. We are just leaving Salamand, and we have the Mythril in hand, and we're going to bring it all the way back to Altair. So let's start by heading toward the south and then go east. We're going to go all the way back to the town of Poft, which is the place that has the airship and the water ship right outside of it. So go around into town. And now if you go all the way toward the left, toward the pub, you can talk to the guy outside. He will sell you a ticket to Paloom. It's pretty inexpensive. And once we have that, then we can go outside once again, hop back into the ship, and we'll be able to sail automatically all the way back to the town of Paloom. And as we sail, we can enjoy some nice relaxing music on the way. Once you land, you actually don't have to go into town. Just head toward the left. You can go right over the lake in your canoe. And now we're going to head south across the bridge, and we can go into Altair. We're going back to the Rebels' hideout, so go all the way to the right past the fountain and then up into the building. Now just proceed straight up, and you can go all the way into the room where Hilda is waiting for us. So go over and talk to her. The Empire also suffered heavy losses at the Battle of Fynn. They're building the Dreadnought in Bafsk to help compensate for those losses. We don't need to learn or ask anything at this time, instead we'll use the key item Mythril. You found the Mythril! Now we'll finally be able to fight the Empire on equal footing. Please take the Mythril to Tobal, the town blacksmith. I'm certain he'll be able to use it to make some magnificent weapons. Now we can exit, and we're going to go speak to him. So proceed out the doors, and we're able to go straight down and exit the Rebels' hideout. Now we're going to go to the weapon shop, which is just to the southeast of us. So proceed down between these houses, then go right over the bridge and up, and you can go straight inside. Now if you'll notice, there's one vendor here, and he doesn't have anything new. This is all the starting equipment, but go talk to the old man on the rug. What could you want with me? I'm just an old man. Give him the Mythril. Ho ho, that's Mythril. I've been waiting for the chance to work this metal for as long as I can remember. Alright, leave the rest to me. Swords, armor, you name it, I'll start crafting. It's been too long since I let my hammer ring. You can buy the equipment I made over at the shop counter. This'll keep my hands full, I'd tell you that. And indeed, we can go talk to the vendor on the left, and now he sells Mythril weapons. So we're going to buy some Mythril swords. I'm not going to focus on equipping our fourth party member, Minwu, at this time. We're just going to focus on our primary party members, Firion, Maria, and Guy. So I'm going to buy 6 of the Mythril swords so that they can each dual wield them. Let's equip those, and that will put us in a pretty good position. We're just going to focus on those very powerful swords at this time with a nice increase to our attack power. We're heading outside the weapon shop, and don't forget that you have to switch the formation of your party members. So Maria was in the back row for her bow. Let's put her in the front row instead. And now we're going over to the armor shop. We can actually buy Mythril armor from the vendor on the left side of the counter as well. So this Mythril armor is very good, but it's also very expensive. We don't have a lot of money right now. However, we're going to go ahead and buy some of that stuff. We have just enough to buy 3 Mythril helms, so we'll do that for each of our party members. We'll equip them right now. So we've got helms for everyone, as well as 2 swords, 2 Mythril swords. Now we're going to go outside of town, and we're going to kill enough monsters so that we can earn enough money to purchase the rest of the equipment, being the Mythril armor and the Mythril gloves for everyone. So let's put on a special boost in the configuration menu to increase our gil gain. We're putting that to 4 times just to speed up this process. And we'll just walk around here. These very weak monsters will still be enough to give us a decent amount of gold every time with that boost. And we can kill these monsters very quickly and proceed on with that. I'm just going to keep walking around getting in fights with enemies to gain more gil. The bigger the group of enemies, the better. Keep in mind that people like Maria haven't used swords before, so her effectiveness will be a little bit worse until she levels those up, but this is a good opportunity to do that as well as get the gil we need. So now let's skip ahead until the point when I have all the gil that I need.
Time warp, go!
And through the miracle of editing, we have come out to the other side of this long gil grind. You'll be able to see that Maria is now a little bit more efficient with those weapons. She does some good damage with them, gets multiple hits every time she attacks, so that's really great. And we're able to blow through these enemies pretty quickly. And at the end of this fight, we get something a little bit special for our efforts. Not only do we get a good chunk of gold, but we also get the Thrifty Spender trophy by getting 10,000 gold. And that's a pretty good benchmark for where you need to be in order to purchase the remaining part of the Mythril equipment, along with all of the spells that we've purchased so far. If you've also purchased things like items, then it might delay you a little bit more. But I'm really just trying to get up to about 3,800 gold remaining in my inventory now, and that will get me to the point where I can purchase the rest of that Mythril equipment. So now that I've reached that point, I'm going to go back into the armor shop, and I'm going to purchase the remaining pieces of equipment for all of my party members. So talking to the vendor on the left, we're going to buy 3 pieces of Mythril armor for 700 gil apiece, and 3 Mythril gloves for 500 piece, leaving me with just enough money remaining. So we'll go ahead and equip everyone with that. We can give Minwoo whatever we have left over at this point. We're not too worried about him. And then we can go ahead and sell all of the equipment that we have not been using. Anything that's old or outdated, we can just blow through all of that, sell it all, and get a little bit of our money back at this point. So go ahead, sell off all of your old stuff. Once you're done with that, you should have enough money. If you want to, you can purchase a little bit of equipment for Minwoo. We're not quite done with him yet in this game, so I'm just going to buy a Mythril helm because I feel charitable toward him, and I will just equip that with him. We will be reclaiming all of this equipment later on from him, so don't worry, we won't waste any of that kind of stuff. Once you feel properly equipped, we're going to go back into that Rebels hideout, and we will go talk to Hilda once again. So just like all the other times, head straight on up and into the throne room to talk to Hilda. The Dark Knight overseeing the Dreadnought's construction was most capable. Fortunately for us, he's tending to other matters now. The theft of the Mythril has likely knocked the Empire off balance. I would like you to journey to Bafsk. If we're to stop the Dreadnought from being completed, this may be our only chance. We're going to ask about the Dreadnought. We have a man in Bafsk. He's found a way to reach the Dreadnought. I want you to destroy it. At the very least, find a way to delay its completion. I have full confidence that with you and Minwoo on this task, it will be accomplished. Now we can exit, and we're going to head out, and we will fulfill the princess's desire to go take down that Dreadnought. So let's head on out of town, and we will proceed all the way back the way that we came. The early portions of this game is a lot of just going back and forth between Altair and other parts of the world. So now we're going to get back in the canoe. We're going to go back to Paloom. We will go back into town, talk to the nearby man. We will purchase a ticket to go to Poft. And then once that's done, we will go outside once again, board the ship, and sail over. We don't need to head into town. Instead, we're going to go north and hug the right mountain range as we go toward the east, and then we're going to circle around the mountains all the way down till we reach the city surrounded by walls. Go inside. This is Bafsk. We're going to now head all the way down to the bottom right corner of town. That's where the magic shop is, and there's one important magic spell that we're going to purchase here. So go talk to the merchant, and we're going to buy the Asuna tome so that we can remove unwanted status effects from us. We're going to teach that to Firion, so he has another white magic at his disposal, and we're all good with that. That's all we have to do here. Back out into town, start heading left until you see a knight-looking guy. There are no treasure chests at all in this area, so don't worry about this. Now talk to the knight. General Borgen took command of things in Bafsk a short while ago. Things have gotten much easier than they were under the Dark Knight. It's hard to believe a bumbling idiot like Borgen could become a general in the Imperial Army. Oops, you didn't hear that. Now let's ask him about Wild Rose. Aha, you're one of us. I had to be careful about what I did while the Dark Knight was here looking over my shoulder. But the great General Borgen is anything but. He's just a domineering blowhard. Now let's ask about the Dreadnought. So, you're the ones they've sent to destroy the Dreadnought. Don't worry, I'm on your side. There's an entrance to the sewers up ahead. It's a back way leading to the Dreadnought. Be careful. If they see us talking, they may start to get suspicious, so I'm out of here. Good luck! Now let's follow him down, and we will go down the stairs and into the sewers. This is the Bafsk Cave. We're going to start by heading toward the left, and at the first intersection, go up and grab the treasure chest here for a longsword. Now go back down and to the right through this wall, and we can go all the way up and to the left. Keep walking through the water. We're just going to follow the waterway all the way around. We do get into a fight with one new enemy down here. This is the zombie. There are other monster encounters as well, but we've already seen them all and added them to the bestiary. So we're going to attack these zombies. They're very easy to kill. They are undead, so they will take damage from a cure spell. I'll just show you what Cure 1 does. Not a whole lot to them, but it is a weak spell at this time because I haven't really leveled it up at all with Firion. And we can just finish them off with a couple of physical attacks and move right along. Again, that's the only monster that we have to add to the bestiary in the Bafsk Cave. Let's keep heading through the waterway, and we will continue our path down and eventually go all the way south to grab one more treasure chest with a longbow. Now head to the right and go up the stairs. From here, we're going to go toward the right, skip the first intersection because it's a dead end, keep going all the way to the right, and then all the way up. There's only one path to take here. It's very linear and just snakes around through here. So we're going in this big lightning bolt shape, back and forth and back and forth. And then we'll go all the way north. There's a guy at the end, so talk to him. You're too late. The Dreadnought is complete. I've been working behind the scenes to see the project through to completion. End your resistance. Kneel before your Emperor. It is the only alternative left to you. Consider what I've said. When the time comes, we will meet again. Heh. Looks like you came all this way for nothing. See for yourselves. At this point, we get the Empire's Blitz trophy because the Dreadnought has destroyed multiple villages. We're not done with Bafsk Cave, so head back inside, and we're going to go toward the right and into the door at the end of the hallway. From here, proceed up to the treasure chest, and you will obtain a pass in the chest. Now go toward the right, there's a purple warp pad on the ground. When you stand on it and interact with it, you will be prompted to leave, and that will teleport you out of the cave. So now we're back on the world map. We're going to take this pass all the way back to Hilda. So let's go all the way back toward the northwest, go around the mountain range, and we're going to go all the way back to town here. We're going to go into town. You'll see that the ground is very destroyed. It looks a lot different here because this was bombed by the dreadnought. The buildings are damaged. If you go into the pub, you can go over and talk to Sid. You want on the airship, you pay the guy behind me. We're going to ask him about the dreadnought. What you want to do is blow up that thing's engine. Do that and you can bring down the whole overgrown tub. Now we're going to ask about airship. Airships are powered by sunfire. I'm sure the dreadnought's no different. Let's learn the keyword sunfire and then ask him about it. Controlling sunfire is a tricky business. Let the flames get too high, you gotta run away on your hands. The engine will blow sky high. That's all we need to do here, so we will go ahead and leave. And now we're going to go back to the man just outside of the pub. We're going to purchase a ticket to Paloom for 32 gil. And now we're going to go back outside, once again get on board the ship, and it will take us all the way back to Paloom. Okay, we will go left across the lake and once again head south across the bridge, and we can go into Altair. Now Minwoo is about to leave our party, so before you go into the rebel hideout, we're going to take off all of his equipment. Just go into the menu, you can choose remove all, and we get all of his equipment back. Now we can go into the rebel hideout. We're going to go all the way north and go talk to Hilda once again. Many were wounded in the dreadnought's attack. The shock has even caused my father's condition to take a turn for the worse. I hate that my father has to see this. He knows his death is near. Is there nothing you can do, Minwoo? All those who live must someday die. It is our fate. Still, it is my duty as a white wizard to ease the pain of those who suffer. I shall remain here and devote myself to the care of the wounded. I take my leave of you. The fate of the world rests on you, Firion. Waste no time in destroying the dreadnought. Minwoo left the party. Before leaving, talk to Hilda again, and then ask her about the dreadnought. Many lives were taken in the dreadnought's attack. How are we supposed to fight something so terrible? Now ask her about Sunfire. Sunfire is the crest of the kingdom of Kashuan. Its flame still burns on the ground floor of Kashuan Keep. Scott and Gordon have told me many stories concerning the flame. The finer points of the tale are not known to me. However, I seem to recall that the flame cannot be held in just any torch. Sid told us that we might be able to use Sunfire to destroy the dreadnought. Then there's no time to waste. You must depart for Kashuan Keep at once. If you hire Sid's airship, the journey should not take long. That leaves only one question. What can you use to bring the Sunfire back? Now we're going to go ahead and leave the throne room, but before we leave all the way, let's head to the right and we can go into the nearby room. This is where the king and Minwoo are hanging out. You can talk to him if you want to. The king's illness goes far beyond the physical. There is little I can do. So that's all you can really say to Minwu, just a little bit about the king, but go talk to the king. So many perished in the Dreadnought's attack. Perhaps it would be best if we surrendered to the Empire. Let's ask him about Sunfire. Scott sealed the gates of Kashuan Keep to protect the Sunfire in the event they were defeated in battle. You will need the Goddess's Bell to break the seal. Let's learn the phrase Goddess's Bell. Now we're going to ask him about it. The whereabouts of the bell are known only to the Kashuan royal family. That's all we need to learn from the king. Now let's head back out of his room, and before we leave the rebel hideaway, we're going to go back to the throne room and talk to Hilda, and we need to ask her about the Goddess's Bell. My father's condition has improved a great deal thanks to Minwu. Now let's ask about that Goddess's Bell. I've heard Scott and Gordon mention the bell. The gates of Kashuan Keep open only to the voice of a Kashuan or the ringing of that bell. The bell rests deep within a cavern on the snow plains. It will not be easy to retrieve. So, it is your intention to enter the snow cavern? Very well. If only Gordon were here, there would be no need for you to risk such danger. But he isn't, so you must. There's nothing I can do but pray for your success. Josef knows the snow plains like the back of his hand. You should seek his counsel. Well, if you remember where Josef is, he is hanging out in Salamand. So once again, we've got to go all the way back to the opposite side of the world. Let's head out of the rebels' hideout, and now we're going to go left and out of town. Feel free to rest at the inn if you need to, and we will then proceed on with our adventure. The next step should be very familiar to you, as we've only done it like 4 times in this episode so far. You can probably do it with your eyes closed. But head back over to the town here. We're going to go inside, talk to the man to purchase another ticket to Poft, and then we will head back outside, hop aboard the ship, enjoy some nice relaxing music on our cruise over there, and we don't have to go inside, but instead we're going to keep heading north from that point. Alright, let's keep heading north. We'll go around the town, and we're going to go toward the northwest. So hang toward the left as you go up, and you're able to go all the way up by these snowy mountains, and you'll see the town there. This is Salamand. Let's head on inside. Before talking to Josef, we're going to immediately go toward the right side of town. The bottom right corner has the magic shop. Go up, talk to the merchant, and we're going to purchase the Life Tome, another really great white magic for Furion, and it costs 1,000 gil. You should have that by this point if you're not skipping a lot of fights. And with that now learned, we can proceed on. Josef's house is in the northeastern corner. That's the upper right-hand corner. So head all the way up there, find the girl in the pink. That's how you know that you're at the right house. And go inside. He's in the first bedroom. Looks like you managed to save my daughter. Thank you. That cowardly Borgin had been threatening Nellie to get to me. Forgive me. If there's anything I can do to help, all you gotta do is ask. Well, let's ask him about the Goddess's Bell. The only way to reach the snow cavern is on my Snowcraft. I keep the Snowcraft hidden in the mine. There's a blue stone on the first floor that marks the spot. Look behind the stone and to the right. The secret room's there, and the Snowcraft is inside. I'm sorry I couldn't help you find the Mythril. So I want to make up for that by pitching in now. What are we waiting for? Let's go. Josef joined the party. Okay, we're going to take a quick look at his equipment. We'll find that he doesn't come with a whole lot. His hands are empty. We'll just go ahead, use the Optilum command to throw some stuff on him, and we will now proceed on. We're done with Salamand, so let's head on out of town. We're going to go back toward the cave that we did originally, so let's head all the way toward the left initially, and when you get toward the sea, you'll be able to go around the mountain and into the river. The canoe will take you down the river all the way toward the east, and you can go back into the cave here. So the Semitt Falls Cave, we can head down and toward the left, and that blue stone is very nearby. And in the upper right hand corner, you can interact with the wall. Josef turns a small rock jutting out of the wall and a passage appears. The Snowcraft is in here. We'll go toward the right, and you can head on over and talk to the treasure chest to get the Snowcraft from the chest. If we double check our treasure chests, we now have all 11 in the Semitt Falls, so that's good. We're just going to now backtrack out. It's a very short walk back to the entrance, and we're going to head on outside. Alright, that's going to do it for this one. If you liked this video, feel free to hit that like button to let me know I'm doing a good job, and also subscribe so that you can stay up to date with the rest of the series. I'll see you soon in the next one. Have a good day.